just think I'm just gonna have a little test, a little play around. Just testing out different software, different audio levels and so forth. To Hilo Fizz. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. I tell you what though, all these little upgrades, it has made it a lot like visually pleasing on the eye. You can definitely tell they've done a lot of work. To the game. And it's a shame it's taken this long for them to do it. Really, I mean, it should have been done when this expansion got released, Knights of the Fallen Empire. Hey, oh, better late than, yeah. Was it better late than never? Yeah, that's what they call it. Alright, where am I meant to go? Down there.
Hey, Commander, got a sec?
What's on your mind?
We're doing our best to keep the supply lines running, but most of the people I deal with aren't exactly philanthropists. We can't keep running this thing on goodwill and borrowed credits.
Aren't you supposed to be handling that?
So deal with it.
What do you think I'm doing now?
Get on with it.
But look, I didn't just come here with complaints. I know a guy with a habit of showing up when someone's in need.
Typical woman.
He's reached out with an offer we can't really refuse, much as I might want to.
Nagging. Oh, mate.
With that kind of recommendation, how can I say no?
I know. We've got history. The only thing to trust about him is that he can do what he promises. Hear him out. Come on.
Well, this has been an interesting diversion, but I think it's time to wrap things up. I call.
I know a Sith that's pleased with herself when I see one. I fold.
So soon? Must be quite a hand. Let's see it.
But how? You discarded every chance you got and never locked a card the whole round. The odds are astronomical. You cheated.
Yeah, even if I did. You sure the old boss of Sith intelligence wants to admit some shifty alien got the better of her?
Wasted no time turning the card table into a graveyard.
It's my preferred method of execution.
Commander, the most untrustworthy scoundrel I know. Untrustworthy scoundrel, the Commander.
She never was big on formalities. Galt Renault, at your service.
I mean, yeah, I'm not really gonna start saying hello like you're my best friend. It's like, no mate.
I haven't got a lot of time or patience. Why are you here?
Oh, I think you'll make a little of both for this. The Eternal Empire spent the last 5 years pillaging every world in the known galaxy. Now, how'd you like to turn all that plundering into a profit for you and yours?
I'm listening.
I happen to know where they're keeping all that ill-gotten gain. Better yet, I've got a surefire plan to steal it right out from under their noses. I just need the help of a few talented, tough customers to see it through.
Sounds a bit scammy, if I was gonna say anything. Yeah, what's your angle? What do you want out of it?
What's this generous offer going to cost me?
Only your word for now, and an even split after the fact. 50-50, couldn't be more fair. Ever heard of the Gilded Star? I'll stop you there. You haven't. It's one of the Eternal Empire's most tightly guarded secrets. A floating treasury circling the depths of a massive gas giant. The ship and the buried treasure all wrapped up into one neat little package. Well, maybe not little, By my estimation, it's the greatest sum of wealth gathered in one place since the Hutt Empire was a thing. So, you in?
He's a proper scammer, isn't he? He's I can't even remember what he said because I just switched off. Like, oh mate, it's just, it's not even persuasive. I switched it up. I'm just gonna say it better go the way you say it's gonna go.
Attempt to cheat me, and you will regret it briefly.
So the standard arrangement. When you're ready to get this show on the road, we'll be heading to Vanden to lay some groundwork. Looking forward to this, partner.
They've done a lot visually to the graphics. I noticed though the faces aren't all done. That Lana, or Lana, whatever her name is, her face looked a bit old. Yeah, like old graphical. Right, let's go.
There she is, Vanden. Mind the ledges when you're walking around unless you fancy a death by scenic view.
Oh, John
You
Lennon
have
over there.
why we're here.
Giant barge full of money. Is this ringing any bells? It's out there somewhere, swimming below sight and scan range.
Why would they
Something
do
about
that?
the magnetism here plays havoc with sensors and cheap fillings. Bottom line is, we'll never find the Gilded Star out there, which is all the more reason to get our preparations underway. Such as picking up the last member of our illustrious crew.
How many people are we going to need?
Half a dozen, give or take. This is the last one unaccounted for.
Oh, this music is from KOTOR, I think. KOTOR 2.
You should be in a warehouse not far from the dockyards. I'll point out the place when I see it.
Oh my goodness me. Why would they put a John Lennon look-alike character? Can we go back and see him? Oh god, in the cutscene. It started making me giggle. No. Then I wouldn't even listen to him. I don't know what this little fucker was doing. Anyways. Let's carry on our little Star Wars journey.
Keep it down.
It's called Keir Starmer.
Happens every few weeks. I don't want people asking, so don't ask.
Nobody said anything when I signed on.
One's
Blast it!
Oh, it's over here.
Knew I should have taken that Ilum job. Minos Mestra wouldn't jerk their crews around like this.
Any more? Can you talk to them like... I can't remember. No. Oh man, it's a bit... There's too much environmental stuff. Obviously with all the graphics improvement. I might have to drop the graphics down. Let me try it. I can't even remember what I put on earlier because I was fecking about with it. Oh mate. Put on medium. can't remember what it was anyway. Turn that off. High character. That's better, probably lower. Medium. So I think it was always the shaders, wasn't it? It was the rough one. Try something like that maybe. See if that makes it a bit more smoother. I don't know where I'm going, to be totally honest. Well,
This is the place. Ah, that container over there.
oh, I was going to say, what container? It's living in a storage container, eh?
So, this plan I mentioned, it's going to take the best identity forger this side of the galaxy to pull off. Problem is, he's been in hiding, specifically in that, for a long time. He probably won't be too thrilled to have visitors, especially not visitors who had his safe house shipped a few thousand parsecs unannounced. Be on your toes.
Yeah, what does he mean unannounced? I thought.
So you kidnapped him?
It's more of a change of address.
He's dodgy, this guy is. Proper dodgy, innit? Come on, mate. Fucking hell. Answer the door. Ain't got no time to be wasting. Alright, CCTV.
Is it? They always say retirement's a good time to travel. Why don't you come and check out the new scenery?
Tiresias, you've got a lot of nerve showing your ugly mug to me again.
Tiresias?
Just a name I carried around for a while. No use to anybody now. I think you've got me confused for someone else, friend. Name's Galt Renault. Got a business proposition I think you'll want to hear about.
You can't play dumb with me, Ty. I know that face better than you do.
Do I gaslight him and be like, he speaks highly of you? Just to get him on side. Yeah, go on.
Galt tells me you're the best identity forger in the business. We could use you.
I've had enough of helping that fraud fake his own death. This time, it's gonna stick. A little gift for your
That's all the hands there, mate.
You can mail her just about anything these days.
Oh, why? Oh, alright, let's do a bit of fighting. Why do I... Oh, mate. I'm not good at this game anymore. Ah, not more. I'll just get to the point where he says he's going to help us. I'm assuming he is anyway. Oh, I wish I could change you over to non-healer. Oh, why would you Is there more? Oh my, what are you doing? Don't do that. Boss right. Come on.
still can't roll with the punches. You perfectionist types never learn. There's no such thing as a sure thing.
Why are we trying to recruit someone who wants to kill you?
He's the one with the grudge. After I made that body double, he went and swindled half of Nar Shaddaa in my name.
Because Dretcher is literally the only one I trust to pull this off.
It's taken everything I know to stay hidden in this little prison. Every time I start to think I can leave, someone snitches on my new identities.
That's true.
So maybe I encourage Dretcher's early retirement. This little box is cozier than a coffin and a better place to reflect on how stupid trying to blackmail me was. But hey, ancient history, am I right? I'm more than willing to forget about our past disagreements if you do one more job for me.
I can never help you again.
Well, is it to save? No, it's not really to save the galaxy though. The grudge isn't worth it. That is true, to be fair. Oh, I want to do that though. Here's how it's gonna be.
He's asking. I'm telling. You're going to help us with a heist, or I'm going to rip you out of there and beat you within an inch of your life.
There's 25 layers of durasteel and cortosis between you and me. We'll both be dead of old age before you make good on that.
It's true, we might never get into that safe room of yours, but I'm sure this sonic amplifier I brought will have an interesting effect on the contents. So unless you want to spend your final moments being shaken to death by the dulcet tones of the Kashyyyk Life Day Choir, I would reconsider.
Yeah, gotta do that. Gotta do that. All for the bants.
Okay, okay. Fine. I'll do this stupid job.
Sit tight, Dretch, and get reacquainted with the concept of hygiene. We've got one more stop to make before we get to the fun part.
So when you go out this way. So we gotta meet someone else.
Wow. Let just about anyone buy fuel at this place.
I'm not sure if I assumed there was a person in there or not. I felt like he said it, but I was too busy laughing my head off at John Lennon.
Punctual, gentlemen. Glad you could make it all this way. No trouble acquiring my little request, I take?
It's here. You got our money?
Of course, Fred, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask to see the goods first.
Satisfied?
Well, I'm kind of impressed.
That's a fine piece of hardware.
That should do.
You got our money?
About that. I was really thinking we should renegotiate the price. You know, seeing as I don't need the whole missile.
Oh, Darth Vader, isn't it? I'm gonna renegotiate the price.
Yeah, I thought you might feel that way.
Launch sequence initiated. Target acquired. Total atomic dispersal in T-1 minute.
You son of a... Make it stop!
Nah.
He's bluffing them, isn't he? Now the question is, yeah.
Hope you're a good runner.
Jumping might be faster.
T-minus 55 seconds. Warhead primed. Suffering index set to maximum.
You're gonna pay for this!
Suckers.
Oh.
Abort sequence aborted. No stopping me now.
Ah, what did she do to this thing? Come on, it's not responding.
If I die because you wanted to stiff your dealer, there won't be a Corellian hell far enough to hide you from me.
Less threatening, more helping.
Tampering detected. Emergency detonation in 5 seconds. Nice try, jerks.
Now, I cannot tell if she did a terrible job rewiring this or too good a one.
3. Oh, so close. 2. I can't wait. 1. Kaboom!
Oh.
You
Didn't
should
even
have seen
bloody think.
Vet?
I didn't... But I thought you were... Fancy seeing you here.
I didn't even
Oh,
notice her
good, you know
voice.
each other. Saves me the trouble. Did you get the warhead, or were you too busy practicing your lines?
Yes, I got it, Grumpy Pants. Though I guess those lizard brains will have figured out nothing's exploded by now. I'll see if I can't distract them.
Time to make ourselves scarce. We'll see you back at the hideout.
Toodles!
Right. That's an old blast from the past.
Kunamo, Uban Johnny Alipa, Eastin Koto,
John Lennon.
Atacha Kappa Tonka, Jisa Picha.
Might try ducking next time.
Bonus, right for the bonus. Worth me doing it? No. Don't really need the credits either. Where do I need to go? Do I need to go through this? I definitely need to kill that other. Or did I just stand it? I had to make sure. I didn't know. Course. high split of E or E damage. Right. Oh, I can use that. Right, yes, it allows me to go through now. Cool.
Oscar, hagwa Pasca Puño.
Feel that later.
There's one over here, I did see it. Oh, near permanent damage. Awesome. See if that just makes it a little bit more. Quicker. Where's the other? Where are you? Mr. Security Robot. Oh, there. Yeah, that felt a bit more quicker. Right, we now can go back. I kind of want to turn them off. I feel like I need them on.
Dogi Gumpa, Gigi no Lia Makachisa.
Oh, right, yeah. Me, Gulf's crew. Oh, that's fair. Right. Oh, the whole lot is. So.
If you're still wondering why you're here, it isn't to check out the Tabana gas bars. There's a stealth cruiser loaded with more precious metals than a hut's taste in art hiding down in the lower atmosphere, and it's about to come up for air.
And while the Gilded Star is roosting at the Skyhook for its annual resupply, we're going to rob it blind.
How do you even know about that?
A little bird told us. I speak stool pigeon.
Even if you do know where it's going to be, it's got a full military complement on board, and a vault that could survive the ship being reduced to atoms.
Most people would consider it impregnable, but we aren't most people, are we, Senya?
You do seem to know a lot about our target.
Yes, well, I should. Overseeing the Gilded Star was among my duties when I still served Valkorion.
Then you are privy to its operational protocols.
I doubt they're still the same.
You don't have to run the thing. Just get Scorpio to the ship's control center.
That was weird.
There's no way we could infiltrate that far into the ship undetected.
Oh, maybe, maybe not. But I'm pretty sure High Justice Valen can go wherever she pleases.
Let's just hear the rest of the plan before we start poking holes in it.
You'll have better luck poking holes in the Gilded Star than the plan. We've got the best identity doctor this side of the galaxy, and as close to a genetic match as we're gonna get.
I could never match Valen's gene sequence like that. Although, maybe simulating data corruption in her ID.
And create enough doubt to bluff her way through. Dear old mom can manage that, right? Once Valen and her attaché droid are on board, they head to the bridge, seize control of the ship, and allow the rest of us to do our parts.
Like cracking the vault. It isn't controlled by the network, so I've got to get into the guts of the ship to reach the mechanism. I'll need your help.
Meanwhile, Lana and Theron will bridge airlocks with a tanker transport I've secured for the goods.
How are we going to carry an entire treasury's worth of loot out of the vault before anyone catches on?
Oh, we won't be carrying anything out of the vault. Into that's another story. Remember how Senya mentioned the vault could withstand everything outside being vaporized? The same applies to what we're setting off inside.
The warhead.
Exactly. I'll be pulling up the rear with a disintegration bomb. Once it's done its job, we pump the atmosphere into the waiting tanker and make our escape.
I mean, it does have potential, to be fair. But I don't believe it's just going to be that simple.
Because everything up to this point has been so simple.
I don't know, running seems pretty straightforward to me.
Once that sucker explodes, the crew's going to notice. Everybody's just going to have to hightail it to the transport before they catch on.
Now, since we've got less than a day before the Gilded Star rolls into port, I'd suggest everybody get real familiar with their part.
Sorry about the prank earlier. If I'd known you were here, or, you know, alive, I'd have held off. But I finally got him.
Same rampant troublemaker, I see.
Same grumpy, serious face, I see. Still hard to believe you're really here. It's been, what, 5 years since we went after your old boss? Did you get conked on the head real good? Amnesia, maybe?
Locked in a block of carbonite with nothing but my dreams to pass the time.
That's, pretty bad. But better than dead, right? Were the dreams good, at least? Lots of cowering masses and Imperials marching? That's my best guess.
Nothing pleasant. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's done and dusted.
I watched you all die and Drummond Cass burn as the Emperor's laughter echoed all around.
I know Sith probably measure on a different scale, but I'd call that more of a nightmare. It's just a nightmare, though. I'm still here. The rest too, far as I know. So don't sweat it. Not that there weren't rough patches. If you thought the Sith were treacherous before, you should have seen it after you and Mar disappeared. I didn't have much reason to stick around once you were gone. So I left them to their infighting before the Eternal Empire rolled in. I hope you don't mind.
Just to be a jerk, I do mind. Nah, I mean, she was from the beginning, so we should just be like, I'm glad that you're alive.
You found safety. That's what's most important.
There were some bumps along the way, but throwing in with Captain Shifty was one of my better moves. Don't tell him I said so. I should start warming up for this gig. We'll catch up again soon.
Say, don't tell.
I picked out a discreet vantage point near the skyhook. Better get in position.
Don't tell Fett that my favourite is Jason, though.
This is close enough. And there's the Gilded Star, just like I promised.
Expecting shinier.
Gold-plated and stealth ship don't exactly line up. Now we just have to hope Mommy Dearest remembers her daughter's birthday.
I can kill you from here, Gold.
Great, really getting into the spirit of your character, at least from what I hear.
Shut up.
We are approaching the checkpoint. No further communications are warranted until the bridge is under our control.
Roger. Break a leg, ladies. It's in their hands now. All we've got to do is wait.
So how did you manage to fleece Lana at cards anyway?
You've got a pretty good handle on all that Force nonsense. What would you do if you were at the sabacc table?
Yeah, I mean, but if I was going to play, well, I say fair, but you'd use your powers, wouldn't you? Is it a peek into the future? I don't know.
Predict the cards that will come up and play accordingly.
If you're only thinking about your next draw, you've already lost. I could tell Lana was trying to peek inside my head, so I just made sure she got an eye full. The angry glares she flashed were easier to read than anything I was doing. As for the rest, well, trade secrets, you know.
Let's see. I don't know if I should believe him. I'm not going to believe him. Never believe a scammer.
You kept your mind in the gutter to counter her perception of the Force. You're full of it.
Care to give it a try?
What is wrong with you?
When you make your living in the galaxy's cesspits, it never hurts to be able to sink lower than the competition.
I am now in complete control of the Gilded Stars network. I will isolate the vessel's sentinels to the best of this system's ability.
Showtime.
Oh, I shouldn't really do that, but yes. Don't know how long this is going to take. I am actually thinking to cut it off.
All personnel, prepare for testing of emergency lockdown systems and maintain your current stations.
You're good to go.
Oh, I forgot all this stuff. The spam of sky troopers. What? Oh, mate. Still tries to catch me off guard. Oh my goodness me, like one is enough. Is this actually just stuck? I think this is broken.
All better.
They gotta be joshing me. I really don't know. What are you gonna do? So is it just an RNG? It drops it. Nah, they're joshing me. There must be something. Can't even talk to him.
I am clearly not a bad enough influence on you.
I don't know you anymore. Anakin, you're breaking my heart. I'll never stop loving you. But you are going down a path I can't follow.